Hello, Nightfarers. Alright, yeah, no, that sounded weird. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're glad that I'm finally back to actually making things. I'm gonna actually start the run at a minute in, so just skip to that if you want to skip over all this bullshit apology. I've been kind of going through it, and life's been getting a whole hell of a lot more stressful. I've got a whole lot more things to worry about, to pay for, to support than I did when I first started really working at this. Life was moving in all sorts of unpredictable directions. My life was super crazy. I was having experiences like I've never had before. But now I really do feel like I'm in a place where I can easily make these videos without any harm to my mental health or to my financial well-being. So I'm sorry it took this long. But without further ado, here it is. Can you beat Elden Ring, Nightreign, without friends? Now, if you're unaware, Nightreign is unlike any other Souls game that has been released so far. It's a roguelike now, and you have to pick your character before the start of the run. And though the game is intended to be played with 3 people, there is an option to do it on your own. And so this video is going to be a multitude of things. We're going to be beating the first Night Lord with every single character in the game. This will also serve as a little bit of a gameplay guide. So if you're looking to try out a specific character, look in the chapters and you'll be able to find the run where I use that character. Without further ado, let's get into it and answer the age-old question. Our first run is going to be as John P. Wylder. He's literally on the cover, that means he has to be good. Like Elden Ring, it's open world, meaning Spirit Springs just had to return. Now you can do it horseless. Yeah, Torrent's gone, and replacing him is the mechanic of mantling and sprinting really fast. Though some of the geometry is still kind of weird, like there's little ledges of the rocks that stick out, so you're able to climb on places you're not supposed to. It's really cool. I honestly expected this fight to go terribly, given the fact that I am level 1 and have 4 kukris to my name. Thankfully though, I'm simply the greatest Elden Ring player known to mankind, so this troll fight isn't exactly difficult. You've got to make sure to be using your time wisely in this game. You only get around 15 minutes before the night boss comes in, and when you're trying to zip zoom across the map to upgrade your flash charges and kill more bosses, it's pretty difficult. While it definitely takes some getting used to, any Isaac player worth their salt knows the time management needed to get to Hush. It's kind of ridiculous how my knowledge from Elden Ring means pretty much nothing, yet all of my Isaac knowledge is flooding back into my brain. Wee woo, new strat alert. The spirit streams are made for getting up cliffs, but as you can see, you can just turn around and get a giant boost in any direction. I'm surprised at how many people I don't see utilizing this. Just turn. Though I'm definitely still kind of broke. I'm only level 5 and need a lot of help in the souls department. The cost of your first level is about 4,000 souls, and it rapidly increases after that. I'm in need of some runes. I need to farm some runes. There's no grind spots anymore.
Wylder. Scream if you love Mogwin Palace.
I'm getting flashbacks of all the cash money moolah I got on Palace Ledge Approach Road. This fills me with a slobbering hatred for Albinaurics, so I solo ult the first motherfucker I see. These, ruins areas are primarily meant for low-level characters, but specifically the Albinauric camp, it's so piss easy. I remember absolutely hating these motherfuckers when I first found them in Liurnia because they beat my shit in 24/7. But now, the tables are turned. I am the one who knocks. I'm given a holy flamberge at the end of this, bleed, and the damage type the Night Lord's resistant to. Count me in, motherfucker. What does kinda suck is despite the fact that Gladius is weak to holy damage, every boss that spawns before him, except the Bell-Bearing Knight I think, is kind of resistant to holy damage, so it's fuck me, I guess. This time, I actually got lucky. As lucky as I can be facing Elemer in this game. No, I have no idea what the fuck happened to this guy. I don't know if it was getting styled on an Elden Ring or what. I have seen clips of this motherfucker chasing people down across the map. It's ridiculous. I killed this motherfucker in pretty much 30 seconds in Elden Ring. He is pissed off about that. But I'm Wylder, so I just get to play Attack on Titan all day. What I really like about Wylder's ultimate is the fact that you don't take any damage during it. The boss cannot punish your incredibly stupid decision of just deciding to charge your ultimate. Oh, also, if that's a thing you didn't know you could do, you can. If you hold down the right trigger, you will charge up your ultimate. It deals a decent bit more damage and a whole fuck ton more stance damage. I recommend you do it whenever you can. See, this is what I mean. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked because he's putting the work in, man. I back up and try to heal, and he instantly puts me back down to the exact same amount of health. Fuck this guy. Whoops, and there goes my passive ability. I'm about to die. Oh, great. Thankfully, because of the week 1 patch, I have a free revive. And I don't know what happened to me. I guess I was just tired of losing to Elamir, but I kind of locked in. It was mainly this lucky repost here. I'm completely surprised I got it, but man, did it help a fuck ton. Look at that. Look at how much of his health is gone. Holy shit. Wow, that was incredible. I'm still surprised just looking at this now that I won that. Gotta throw in a little bit of disrespect in there, you know. The Nightreign equivalent of teabagging. And after barely winning, we get dog shit upgrades. I have not guarded once in this fucking run. I don't do poison or rot. I guess I'll take sudden enemy death? Like, it definitely doesn't help, but at least it's an effect we'll see sometimes. Day 2 was spent killing this golden hippopotamus and running across the entire map to grab the last church. I also forgot to mention at the start, I had just received a shifting earth I had never seen before, Rotted Forest. And so we're gonna go check that out, see what the whole hubbub is about. There's a lot of bosses there, holy shit. If you haven't encountered a shifting earth yet, sometimes when you beat the final boss, the whole world will get kooky. You could bring Nakastella, Eternal City, into your game, or the Mountaintops of the Giants, I don't know, whatever suits you. Well, actually not whatever suits you, because it's random and incredibly inconsistent. The forest just constantly builds up rot, and there's enough of these plants around that instantly heal your entire bar that it's really not that big of a deal. Plus, once you get to the marked castle, you stop building up rot, so it really is a non-issue. I guess if you're like fighting a field boss here, you might actually be worried about the rot buildup because, you know, you don't want to be rotten during a boss fight. Unless it's a boss fight like this, which, I think I just hit this guy with a fucking touch of death combo. Oh, I got some dog shit. Well, you know, Scarlet Rot, it doesn't do holy, but it procs status. Whatever. That castle pinged the location on my map of the real reason we're here. The Blessing of Rot. Never again will you worry about Scarlet Rot. It also increases your maximum HP by a fuck ton, and gives you Bloodborne's rally mechanic. Or I guess more accurately, Melania's Great Rune mechanic. But I mainly remember it from Bloodborne. And Liza P did that too. You know, there is one guy who did that throwables only. It's not Lilagi. What's that guy's name? Man, what's that guy's name? What is it? Shit, it must not be too important if you can't find the video on YouTube. Anyways, we finally got the Blessing of Rot, which, it's alright. It's okay. We got some souls that are coming here. It ain't that bad. Oh, also, there's an ant, like in Dark Souls 2. I can explode him for loot, probably. And he dropped nothing. Okay. What are these, preserving boluses or something?
Wylder. Scream if you love.
Excuse me, getting a little honey for my throat here. Nihil! 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 Okay, well, that was easy. I immediately grabbed the FP upgrade for more Nihil, and, we're only level 10. We might be level 11 when we get in the Spirit Shelter, but man, do I have a good feeling about this. Alright. I'll let the cutscene play for aura points. Alright? Just once. This is the only bit you're getting. Uh-oh, guys. Wylder can't seem to push the door open. On the count of 3, let's all tell Wylder how much we believe in him to give him that push to open this door. 1, 2, 3. We believe in you, Wylder. Ladies and gentlemen, he's opening the door. This is amazing. This is good news. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. That was probably the stupidest fucking bit I've ever done on this channel. I'm leaving it in there. It's a sign that all my ideas aren't good ones. Alright, without further blues to clues, let's fucking get with this shit. Originally, I was thinking about attacking him with my Sacred Flamberge first, but I'm not sure about that. If you didn't know, not only is he mainly weak to holy damage, whenever he takes enough holy damage, he gets hit with a reverse Golden Vow. He takes more damage and deals less of it. A really solid effect to proc on Gladius and makes this fight a million times easier. And I just whiffed my ult. Awesome. Yeah, okay. He moves way too fast for the knee heal. Maybe when I get all 3 of them, like when he splits, but I don't think it's happening right now. Plan A, hit him with Golden Vow. And because it's a Flamberge, it's a great sword, meaning we can... Go fuck yourself, dude. But hey, at least we get to restore a little health using our newfound rally mechanic. Or, yeah, there we go, a little bit. Anyways, fire greatsword attack number 2. Please? Never mind, he's gone. This boss just moves around so goddamn much. It's hard to do anything meaningful if you aren't Wylder, Duchess, or Ironeye. But hey look, I can actually repost him now, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to hit Golden Vow before he splits. I had a bleed proc, that's pretty cool. But no Golden Vow, God hates me. Oh my god, God loves me. There we go. We got him with Golden Vow. Time to put away the weapon we slaughtered all those Albinarics for and never pull it out again. So technically, this is 3 entities that are all a part of the same health bar. Meaning, if I'm thinking right, I can heal and proc bleed on 3 different targets at once. If they ever let me get it off. Man, I'm just gonna keep spamming it until it works, really. I don't care if I'm about to die. I have 1 free revive here. I am going to knee heal until my FP is gone. And look at that, it worked, man. Really, seriously, it's working. Well, now I'm out of FP, but thankfully I saved the Starlight Shard for occasions just like this. If Gladius is okay with me using a goddamn item, you fucking dickhead. But in the end, he's more than okay. In fact, he's going to split, allowing me to damage 3 targets at once. Gladius, have I ever mentioned how much I love you? Okay, fuck you, never mind. I have 2 Winding Graces. I don't die here, but I want to get this off. Please. It's working. It's working. It worked. Oh my god. It worked. Near. I don't it shouldn't have worked. Alright, there we go. Wylder done. Alright, this time we're going to be playing as the biggest bird. I changed my relic setup several times between these runs. Trust me, the relics don't matter. Please, for the love of God, Guardian's great when you play a multiplayer. Don't play Guardian on solo expeditions. Please, I beg of you. Guardian is here to draw aggro and block God's attacks. It's hard to block for your team when there is no team. It's hard to commentate over footage when you get barely any footage, because Guardian sucks to play alone. Speaking of that, let's talk about something serious. Isn't it really stupid when people say, "Oh, someone's political views shouldn't affect whether you like their content or not"? Ladies and gentlemen, I am a socialist. If that makes you uncomfortable, I do in fact want you, I implore you, to stop watching my shit. If you are so out of line with my political viewpoints that everybody should be happy, then I actually don't want you watching my things. I am a person who likes it when people are happy, and the idea that people who like it when people are not happy watch my shit makes me sick. If you are a person who got a little uncomfy when I said, "Oh, I'm a socialist," please stop watching this video. You're a vile human being, and I hope... My lawyer has advised me to quit while I'm ahead, so I think I'll do that. I want to make my spear purple. So I go down to kill this boss in the mines who breaks my ultimate. Wow, holy shit, didn't know you could do that. These mines bosses always drop a purple smithing stone, and they're really not that hard to kill, especially the pumpkin heads. But the storm is literally closing in on me right now, and it doesn't deal 0 damage. I need to get my shit and get out of dodge. Yeah, I don't know how either, but I made it to circle with 0 flasks and no health remaining. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It's my bad. I'll give you 3 guesses about how this attempt turned out. The first 2 don't count. I didn't even get mollywopped by the queen. Some dipshit stabbed me in the side and I fucking croaked. It's a sad game. Next run, I'm doing my damnedest to fight this Erdtree avatar, but the Spirit Spring desperately wants me to stop. Okay, I get it. I'm just not gonna hit Y again. I promise. I won't try to do a jumping heavy at all. I want to fight this guy. I want to kill him. And I'm gonna get the loot. I'm gonna get the souls. I'm guarding. God doesn't want me to fight him. I understand this now. In fact, it becomes increasingly apparent that God hates this actual run and this character because I get dominated by the fucking Bellbearing Hunter this entire fight. I can guard from behind? That's nuts. Okay, whenever you're guarding with Steel Guard, you guard from every direction. I thought I could dodge that attack by jumping. Okay, guess not. Alright, night 1, attempt number 3. Though this time I have a much better weapon and more than no flasks. Also, I have my ultimate fully charged, so that's a huge chunk of damage right there. And there it is. I can finally get my revenge on these pieces of shit. I don't like this boss. I really don't. I really hate this boss, actually, if you ask me about it. But with Guardian, it's really easy. I can face tank the fuck out of the Swordmaster and just hit him with guard counters when I can. It feels like this fight takes away all the drawbacks to playing this character solo, because it is really advantageous to just use guard counters in this fight. But after killing the monkey man, his sugar mama has some mean words to say directly to our face. Also, because my wing sweep has such a big AoE, I can kind of take out some of the smaller enemies as I'm hitting her with it, so that's pretty cool. Really, to be completely honest with you, she isn't that hard. It's just the ads and the Swordmaster that really makes this fight fucking terrible. There's also whiffing point-blank attacks, but you know, that's a me issue. I get a little too cocky, and I die. But don't worry, we still have our free night revive. And my ultimate is completely charged, meaning I was gonna put that red-tail hawk screech, you know, that they put in for like, the, you know, an eagle cry in a lot of movies, but I can't find one that sounds good. Caw! There you go, there's my caw. My eyes scan over the upgrade of HP recovery on successful guards for barely half a second, and I instantly pick it up. This is probably the greatest thing we could have gotten from the Night 1 boss. When your entire playstyle revolves around the fact that you guard really well, you should probably have some good guard effects. And because it's still on, I've decided to go back into the Rotted Woods. I don't know, man. I like max HP. I'm a big fan of that. The Lordsworn Captain dies in approximately the same amount of hits that he did last time, which is like 3. At this point, I feel ridiculously bad for this guy. I will send your wife a box of chocolates or something. Flowers? Chocolate-covered almonds. There we go. I'm just casually making my way through Limveld after grabbing the Blessing of Rot when the sky suddenly begins to darken. I'm getting jumped. I wonder who by. Huzzah! For fingies! Yes, I'm coming in from out of the storm. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've got pretty much full flasks. We'll be alright. Especially because the omens that precede Morgott are easier to backstab chain than Black Knights in Dark Souls 1. This time, I remember you foul dipshit, and I, the big bird hailing from the streets of Sesame, will put your foolish ambitions to rest. Holy shit, we're doing decent damage. I like this. But because his daggers aren't just physical, we still take chip damage from all of his ranged attacks. And it's really hard to know exactly when I've got to get my shield in. I'm so not used to using shields, and it's showing. It's really showing. We have essentially not made a dent in his health bar since that goddamn ultimate, and we've died. We're about, yep, there we go. I don't have any Winding Graces. That was my one res. There is suddenly a lot more writing on this. I actually liked this run, and I was pretty sure that it was going to win. But now, yeah, I don't know. I genuinely just think we can't get Morgott as a boss. This is bad. This is really bad. I mean, technically, I haven't healed since the start of the fight. But... No, you know what? I'm the greatest Elden Ring player known to mankind. I'm one of the Elden Ring players of all time. I'm going to win this fight. You know, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. Without a doubt, that was the worst death I've ever had. I had a Winding Grace. I just forgot. Oh my god. Okay, Price. Next time he hits you, you have to heal. You have to heal, or you're just gonna keep taking damage. And now his weapon's enchanted with Blood Flame, so I still take chip damage even when I block his sword attack. This is grand. I have my ultimate again, I just need to find time to use it. And, you know what? Yeah, I'd say after a repost counts as one of those times. Okay, so remember when I was condemning this run and saying it wasn't gonna happen? It's starting to kinda happen, and I'm a big fan of it. I just need to remember to heal. I can't die to Morgott with all the I just died to Morgott without using a flask. I've been managing my flasks so hard, I'm dying over it. I need to chill the fuck out and just let it roll. I have to heal when I take damage. I don't know what's happening to me and why I'm not doing it, but I'm not. Anyways, we're fighting the demi-humans again, and this time I have Scarlet Rot, which is really fun. I also found a Sacred Glaive that I'm pretty sure I can take to the end of the game. Oh, holy shit, that was pretty decent. I have a good feeling about this run as well, but after last run, I don't like having good feelings. Pause the video and look at these relics. These are the relics that I had to put on to win with Guardian. None of them have anything to do with any of Guardian's abilities. None of them help Guardian out in any defensive capability. It just makes him hit harder. That's what I just had to increase damage. Either I just cannot play this fucking character whatsoever, or he's not supposed to be played solo, and not being... I don't know, I don't want to admit I'm bad. Okay, this time we have 6 flasks still when Morgott spawns in, and I intend to use them during the fight. He shows up, and I hit him with that Plug Walk. I kind of forgot that this ability passively drains stamina, but it's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Okay, that works out too. I'm trying to play around this Warming Stone so I don't have to keep using my flasks all the time. Morgott hates this more than Skip Bayless hates LeBron James. For some reason, like an absolute nincompoop, it took me all this time to realize that I had a weapon that didn't do holy damage. You know, the damage type that this guy is incredibly resistant to. And also, I'm like 99% sure that you can proc Scarlet Rot on Morgott, so if we can get even 1 or 2 procs off, that's going to be an insane amount of damage. And it builds up in just 3 attacks. That's beautiful. Rot is big, because there's a lot of times in this fight where I just can't do much, and running in is not really a good idea, so being able to sit here and watch his health bar to go down 1,000 health is really, really nice. I drop a Warming Stone. This pisses Morgott off so goddamn much. Why is he so mad? What the fuck is his deal? Why can I not heal a single health point when you are around Morgott? Morgott does his anime monologue and does his Blood Flame attacks now, but because I'm simply the best Elden Ring player of all time, it's pretty easy to dodge out of. I then suddenly hit my brain with the Retardinator 3000, because I'm getting hit by literally everything this motherfucker is doing. Price, you have flasks. Use them, he's going to kill you! Oh, okay. Hey, look. What? Doesn't it block me from 360 degrees? Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Never mind. I'm not going to get mad at the game. The game knows all. I mean, one more Rot proc and we win. Okay. So we win, right? Like, there's no way I could humanly lose this, right? That is surprisingly correct. Did I scare some of you? I was terrified during this entire fight. My asshole was so clenched, I was seconds away from becoming a neutron star. So, this is the very first time I've gotten to day 3 as Guardian. I am scared shitless. But it's fine, we've got a really good holy weapon. This man can be Scarlet Rotted. We should have this. Look at him! He doesn't even... Okay, when he does hit us, he does do a lot of damage. But soon, a terrifyingly familiar sight befalls my eyes. There are cans of empty natty light all over the arena. There's a 3-foot bong that looks like it hasn't been cleaned out in years. And there are other small 3-headed dogs in the corner calling me a geed. Tricephalos is not the expedition name. It's Tricephalos, a fraternity. Oh god, I thought I was over this with the deacons. But no, Gladius does it too. His left head only speaks in crypto and day trading. The right only speaks in shots of Everclear and Jaeger bombs. And the one in the middle is the one using ChatGPT to pass all of his classes, just barely. Enough that his parents don't feel like paying for his college tuition was a bad idea. And now, horrifically, they've all split into 3 different beasts. And I can see Gladius is the beast in the middle, Chadius is the beast on the left, and Thaddeus is the beast on the right. Terrifying stuff. But as you can see, we can proc Scarlet Rot. And yes, I'm at half health, thank you for noticing. Truly, if I just guard on top of this Warming Stone, I don't think it'll be a problem. It was a slight problem. This is absolutely fine. We still have all 7 of our flasks left and 1 Winding Grace in our pocket. The Guardian is kind of built for this shit. When he splits into multiple targets, all of his abilities triple in effectiveness because you're hitting 3 targets at the same time. And while you gotta put a decent amount of effort into rolling when there's 3 of them, when there's just 1, you can guard like all of his attacks. Unless he's shooting a fireball at me, I take 0 chip damage at all. And even that's pretty negligible when we're not talking about the nuke move we just saw. I can sense the fear within them. They're terrified that the Geed who just walked in is just gonna show them up in front of everybody. So they start asking me questions about my net worth. Which, to be completely fair to them, is probably like 8,000 runes max. But I am stronger than them. I can beat their ass. That's all that matters. If I don't slip on a fucking can of bush apple beforehand and break my fucking neck. Thankfully, that's not how it plays out at all. Oh my god. After the torture that were those runs, I'm so fucking glad this motherfucker's dead. Okay. In a second. There we go. After all these fucking runs, I am so glad. Can you just die? Thank you. God damn it.
Fortnite.
Next up is Ironeye, and I didn't really have too many expectations for him. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you would know that I am a certified bow hater. Elden Ring vaguely elevated bows as a thing that could build status really quickly, but I'm still not too interested, but we'll see how it goes. So it looks like my heavy attack shoots like 3 arrows, which is great if I've got 3 evenly spaced dudes I need to kill. But honestly, my normal attack doesn't do terrible damage. My fucking fall off is crazy though. Alright, hold on, let me back up so I can aim sit. What the fuck is this? What is this? What? Okay, the Fortnite was a joke before, but I'm literally just playing Fortnite. First, he takes an arrow to the knee. Then, discombobulate. This shit is outrageously fun. When did Elden Ring become a third-person shooter? Ironeye also moves around like fucking crazy. You're 100% invincible during the Mark Dash, and it hurts enemies and you pass through them and you have full control over the entire thing. You don't have to go into the direction you're looking at, and that's my favorite part. The dash is controlled by the inputs of your left stick, and it's cool. It's really fucking cool. The only issue is his DPS is definitely something. I get to pull out the medieval equivalent of a 50 cal though, so that's pretty fucking cool. Sacred Starfist? Oh boy. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Alright, gonna go grind out some... I'm not high enough level, hold on.
He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet. Low rockin'
Hey,
Robin,
looky there, 16,000 souls, and we just started. This is good news. I saw the Bull Goat Talisman icon for 1 frame and got so hard I could even rival the level of arousal JD Vance feels when he sees a satin sofa. Holy shit. No way. It's 3 evenly spaced dudes! Yes! Fuck you, Weezer. Hey, Lion, I'm gonna play LAPD. You be the peaceful protester, and I'll be the cop. Alright, you ready? You ready? Okay, but when you really think about it, murder charges are against human beings. If you murder an ICE agent, that shouldn't be... Yeah, the NSA made me restart my run after that one. They made me write "I will not call for the death of federal employees" 100 times on a blackboard like Bart Simpson. The demi-humans thought I was playing around, but this shit ain't nothing to me, man. I have a goddamn folding railgun in my back pocket. And the arrow missed the sword's master, but the AoE's still on. That's really funny. And it turns out, I kind of thought this was going to be bad, and it is for a little bit. It's hard to get away from him. But with a good use of Hunter's Mark, I can just kind of space him out and just start laying arrows into him. He blocks my arrows superbly well. I don't think he takes any chip damage. But if I use the Fortnite mode, I can just kind of shoot him in the head until he dies. Turns out my strategy isn't exactly foolproof. That, or I'm a bigger retard than I remember. And I do actually have to use my revive on this fight. I don't know what happened here, but I did notice something in my Guardian playthroughs. I die with not only flasks in my inventory a lot, I die with items on me. So fuck it. Flame grease again. And for some reason, the demi-human swordmaster just kind of turns his brain off and just lets me shoot him a fuck ton. Which I'm not complaining. The queen is a lot bigger and much worse at spacing me out when I can use my big dash. So she goes down pretty quickly. Yes, with wonderful choices like dog shit, and dog shit. You know what? Fuck, I think I'll take dog shit. Day 2's not very eventful. I do fight these weirds looking things, though. I'm not a coward, I can simply outthink my enemy. I'm actually getting really pissed that the federal government shut off my first run, because this one kind of feels like a loss. We don't even have a holy weapon. I kind of want one of those. Oh my god. Okay, I just need 36,000. That's doable, really.
Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. The wise or loud, the big black crow, flap for their wings, sing and go, bird, go, rockin' robin, sweet, sweet, rockin' robin, rockin' robin, 'cause we really go.
Alright, so I definitely have an idea. I'm not gonna make it with any flasks, so I'm gonna die. I honestly probably could have flasked up and gotten a little further, but my entire idea with this is I'll only lose one level. Level 8 isn't terrible for the Night 2 boss, and being level 8 with 6 flasks is much better than being level 9 with at most 2. And god, am I so fucking glad that I got a fucking weapon that means something. Listen, the Hornbow isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not gonna do enough damage to the Night Lord to make it worthwhile. But the Halo Scythe does fucking crazy damage. I'm not quite sure how well it's gonna work against the Tree Sentinel though. He has a lot of health and it's so funny to be able to space these guys out. This is wonderful. I like this. I hate the pages. So Page Torture Simulator sounds great. I feel like I'm just playing Doom. Doom the Dark Age is pretty fun. What do you guys think about Doom? The new Doom. Doom was good. I liked it. 2016 is still probably my favorite. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm a very... I like creating stuff. I guess I also like taking completely avoidable damage. Thanks, Tree Sentinel. I don't know. Snap Map was just such a cool thing. It was such a cool thing. I loved using it. I loved making maps with it. Oh my god. I still do. I still sometimes download Doom 2016 and work on random projects just because I'm bored. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I run a Dark Souls YouTube channel, I'm fucking insane. And these bastards run around a lot. Arrows, it's a little hard to hit the Tree Sentinel with arrows. The cavalry isn't that bad. But man, he either has a lot less resistance to holy than I thought, or this weapon just does a fuck ton of damage. Did the Tree Sentinel and Shadow the Erd Tree do this, or is this a completely new move? I can't remember. I can't remember. No, because one of them had a torch. Wait, the other one had a shield. I'm just... whatever. Whatever it is, the move makes him look like a fucking idiot because I can just hit him for 5 minutes. It's like he's stance broken. Holy shit! Jesus Christ! Oh, it's my mark. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I only have one flask, but the main boss is pretty much dead. The Tree Sentinel is the only really... Okay, when they do that, they're kind of dicks. Chill the fuck out, dude. Okay, or just attack me the second I wake up. Did I get staggered? I did. What the fuck is I don't know if you have invincibility when you wake up or not. I don't know. I haven't been able to tell. It's so weird. I mean, I would assume so, but also, I kind of assumed this game had crossplay when it was first announced. That's kind of on me. I shouldn't have. You know, I just thought, oh, FromSoft is making an experience which, you know, is supposed to be enjoyed multiplayer. And it lacks, like, basic multiplayer functions. There's no voice chat. There's no voice chat. I don't know if Elden Ring had voice chat, but I know Dark Souls 3 does. Because it seems like anyone who still plays that game online usually has a headset on. And that's not even a multiplayer game. From Software! Give me in-game voice chat and my life is yours! And despite me trying really, really hard to lose, it seems, I actually got it. Kind of because he was a dipshit and threw his shield down right as a fucking golden disc was flying towards his head at Mach 5. I snagged the health upgrade because honestly my health is so low that flasks usually bring me up to full anyways. Now to go find my souls. I shouldn't die trying to grab them. Oh, actually not at all, they're right here. Oh, sick, awesome. Level 8 no longer. Now we are level 10, which is... It's alright. Could be better, could be worse. Let's see what we're rocking within the damage department. Specifically with the big fuck you move. I probably should have gotten some Starlight Shards. That would have been a great investment, honestly. Holy sh... Wow. Mark, this is good news. I don't have much to say that isn't, like, just different variations of holy shit. It's kind of ridiculous. In fact, it's very ridiculous. I should not be dealing this much damage. This feels like real Elden Ring, where everything did 3 million damage every time you hit the right bumper. Alright, time to switch to less lethal rounds. Okay, that works. Suppose that's what I get for violating the First Amendment. What the fuck? There we go. Now I'm completely out of ranged attacks, I say, as Ironeye. Well, fuck you too, guys. I thought my joke was pretty fun. Do I have negative Golden Vow on 2 of them? I've never seen this before. Okay, now I only have it on 1 of them, but that's neat. Okay, also, I have 2 Winding Graces and 6 Flasks. I'm fine, guys. And as I kind of expected, my bow does jack shit. Awesome. Back to the scythe it is. Ironeye actually has an S in Arcane, which is pretty cool, meaning especially with status bows, or katanas and scythes, he can build up, bleed, frostbite, poison really, really fucking quickly. Okay, just because I can come back from the dead doesn't mean it... Okay, when I tried to heal, he killed me, so I feel a little justified in not healing. Alright, he's real low, and I still have 4... Oh no, I died. What am I gonna do? The humble Winding Grace in my pocket. Okay, you know what? I was wrong. Bowman's good. Bowman's good. Bows are cool. I say, not using them both throughout half the run. Yippee! He's dead. Now on to the characters that are gonna make me hate my life. Oh, this is actually my first time playing Duchess since the network test. I picked her up a couple of times, but then immediately switched back to Wylder because he was just so much fun. But Duchess is incredibly powerful. She rocks an S in intelligence and B's in strength, or not strength, fuck. B's in dex and faith. Really good for magic. Really good for advanced weapons. Overall, just a great character. Plus, she gets to reapply like the last half second of damage that was ever dealt to a target. This is great, by the way. This is good news. Duchess is great with criticals. She spawns in with a dagger, which has a really high crit modifier, and she can double the damage that you do with crits. It might not be exactly double. Restage might make it, I don't know how much it reduces it. Maybe 1.5 times. I don't know. There's more damage there. It's good. She can also dodge like 87 times with one push of a button, in case this character needed literally anything else. Oh my god. My darling. My glorious king. Okay, so when well, fuck that guy. I ended up just taking the extra runes because, you know, it'd be way better in the long run. It was the first drop I got. But the Golden Halberd kind of got me excited. I spent like an hour, my first time ever playing Elden Ring. I started as the Knight because I started as the Knight in Dark Souls 3 as well. And I spent like an hour trying to kill the Tree Sentinel. I finally got him, and I realized my stat spread was really stupid for trying to use the Golden Halberd. Instead of biting the bullet and putting in extra levels into Faith, I restarted the game as the Professor class, killed him again, and I used the Golden Halberd pretty much. I used it up until Malekith, and then I used the Malekith Black Blade. So, yeah, I used holy damage against every one of the Shard Bearers. I really hate my life. Maybe that's why I don't like Elden Ring that much. Let me introduce you to Duchess's final part of kit. It makes you and your allies, if you got them, completely... which allows you to completely reposition. Maybe to revive. Maybe to backstab and annihilate one of the boss's health bars in a couple seconds. Poor little fuck. I mean, honestly, poor big fuck too. One repost and the fight is pretty much over because, yeah, that damage gets to happen again. And despite the fact that my health bar is probably smaller than when I played Dark Souls 3 at level 1, I get 87 dodges in every single direction, so I really shouldn't be getting hit. It happens sometimes, though. Even though stepping on a 1x1 Lego tile would have killed this woman, I still went for the repost, because it's not about if you kill the boss, it's about how you do it. Wow, all of these are really bad, but I guess if I use a dagger, I attack a lot. Good thing I don't have to use a dagger. I lied to all of you! I picked up the Golden Halberd, you stupid sons of bitches. Through hell and high water, this weapon has my life. Sure, my stamina bar isn't made to be swinging this big fucking thing around, but I stagger him with every hit, and if I can't stagger him, and I don't just die, I can dodge really well. And whenever I do get a repost off, I get to double that massive fucking amount of damage. Not to mention, it's a holy weapon with Golden Vow. Okay, I might die to the Night Lord if I'm just bad at the game. I did go back and kill him, he just didn't drop anything good. I've died a couple times. But I don't think I'm going to die at the end. Unless I continue to be bad at the game. Going over this footage, I've been seeing an obscene amount of missed attacks in this run specifically. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I haven't used a halberd in a while, but motherfucker, I'm just attacking when I shouldn't be. Oh, also, if you didn't see what just happened there, Restage also reapplies the poise damage that you deal, which is one of the reasons why I want to use the Golden Halberd so bad, because one attack does an insane amount of poise damage, and then a second one just comes out of nowhere. With the decent amount of souls I now have on my person, I'm able to level up twice. I am now one level higher than I was like 10 minutes ago. It'll be fine. I'm not worried at all. Really, truly. Yes, I'm level 9 again. No, I don't want you to ask questions. Just watch the Morgott fight. See, Morgott got a big boost to his survivability. It feels like he has a ton more health, and he's still the same boss. He really does not give you any room to fucking breathe. He is on your ass, spacing you out, swinging that hammer, doing all types of kooky shit. But one thing this motherfucker certainly lacks is poise. Also, I have no idea what that cut in the footage was. This is all one big clip of footage? I'm really confused. But maybe using using the Stitcher works out pretty well too. I was trying to say, Morgott doesn't have much poise. He really never has. And I deal so much damage with my reposts, we're probably just gonna be taking chunks out of him every few seconds in this fight. Oh, what's that you said? I'm absolutely correct? Yeah, I kind of thought so. It's not the smoothest it could be, but it's certainly not the worst it could be. I have 1 flask and 2 revives, so I'm really not worried, but I also want to keep that Winding Grace in my pocket for the Night Lord. Okay, I have no health, neither does he, but I get 2 free revives and he gets 0. I think we win. I don't know though. Okay, wait, I have my free night revive. We're good. Yeah, we're fine. Hey, look. Here on this motherfucking channel, we use heavy weapons as Duchess. Take your quick weapon loving ass back to Ironeye. Gladius also seems to go down for reposts a lot, so I'm kind of excited for that. My dodges kind of make me confident that I can avoid all his abilities, because a lot of the time I mistime my dodge, and because you can't roll again when you're already rolling, I get hit anyways. But Duchess can pretty much roll again when she's already rolling, so I really... whoever made sure that restage reapplied poise damage, thank you. You're the greatest developer I've ever seen. Ever. I've actually never seen you, but the sentiment still applies. Again, it might seem like a baseline feature. I have played these games since Dark Souls 1. Please, trust me. They forget about some stuff. Okay, so I just need to tell someone about this. For the last 3 or so weeks, I've been tracking Tyrese Halliburton's Wikipedia page because he's been nicknamed the Halliban. And I knew this. They're calling this motherfucker the Halliban. And at first I thought it was Vandal. Okay, I really did. But then I remembered, no, that's how language works. Sure, I'm sure that the Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton himself don't want to be associated with the name the fucking Halliban, but there are far more fans than there are people who play for the fucking Pacers. It's not vandalism. It just goes to show you that no matter how hard you try, they're gonna fucking call you the goddamn Halliban because they have more power than you. Oh yeah, and then they found the line in that fucking Osama bin Laden documentary where they fucking the CIA called him the goddamn Pacer. It works really well. It does. Sorry dude, I'm still just kind of, it still just baffles my mind. There's an NBA player known legitimately, and legitimately enough that it's put on his fucking Wikipedia page as the goddamn Halliban. I don't know, it's really goddamn American to me. Anyways, Gladius is pretty much dead. I don't see how we can lose this. I have 2 Winding Graces in my pocket and 3 I have 1 Winding Grace in my pocket and 3 flasks. I really don't see how we can lose this. And he is literally right in front of me. He is no longer right in front of me, but it's fine. I have 3 flasks and a Winding Grace in my... I have 2 flasks and a Winding Grace in my pocket. There's no way I can lose this. I just have to hit right... I'm gonna freak the absolute fuck out. Where are they? I have 0 Winding Graces in my pocket, but I do have my ultimate. I can finally be... I don't watch too much Invincible. I think you just watch too little Invincible. Okay, it's Raider time. And then I started raiding all over the place. Raider is a tanky motherfucker whose main ability is literally giving motherfuckers a mean left hook. This is mean, this is nasty, this is banned in 7 states. He likes to do 2 things. Sail and beat the shit out of people. And motherfucker, do you see any boats? Alright, like real talk though. Morbius? It still baffles me how Sony re-released that movie after it already tanked because they thought we were all at work or something. My man, the economy is bracing for the release of GTA 6. The release of GTA 5 can be tracked on the stock market because people didn't go to work. Every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3 has been released on a Saturday to try to soften this blow to the fucking globe. This is a trackable thing. You can see that people, when they want to go see something and spend money on it, they don't fucking go to work. They skip their plans. They go do the thing. Why did they think? How? How could they possibly think that we wanted to see Morbius? How? What made them look at the state of the internet? Was it just the fact that it was trending on Twitter? Because if you clicked on the hashtags, it was all fucking Morbin time. It was all Morbin time. The same people who were asking for it to be re-released were also saying they would watch it 1 more billion times. This shit just cracks me up, dude. Yeah, sorry, I had no time in the past 3 weeks to go see Morbius the first time it was in theaters. Please, I beg of you, release the Snyder cut of Morbius. I finally had to swallow my pride. We were not killing that Deathrite bird at all. Sucks, but, you know. There's also a funny little thing about the mean left hook from earlier. Once you take enough damage, it turns from just being a normal punch to casually the most poise damaging move in the game. You also can't be knocked out of it whether or not it's empowered, and no matter how much damage you take, if you're in the animation when you get hit, you cannot be lowered below 1 HP. It doesn't give you just like one chance to save death, you know, like you take 1,000 damage and you're left with 1, but next attack will kill you. So long as you're in the animation, you cannot die. And his ultimate is incredibly effective against the Demi-Human Swordmaster because he has a lightsaber. It's vaguely a support ult, but you can pick up relics that give you cooler effects near it. I think it gives you an attack boost automatically, but you can get extra poise, health regeneration. It's pretty decent. But the high ground can really help your team if you have an Ironeye or if someone needs to break away and heal. It's a decent ultimate. It could be better. I've just been rolling into the demi-humans every single time, and honestly, I've gotten really good at fighting them. No longer will my pride be irreversibly wounded by the fact that I keep getting my shit jacked by a pack of fucking monkeys. Nay, instead I am the shit jacker. If you couldn't tell, Raider has a health bar the size of the fucking moon. The man has more steroids flowing through him than the 2014 Russian Olympics team. He is strong, charismatic, and as you can tell from the clips ahead of you, completely schizophrenic as he swings at things that really aren't there. I can hit my attacks, I swear. The lock-on in this game is broken. Something's wrong with it. My shifting earth this time was mountaintops, which really only leaves me with the dragon as the interesting thing here. Frostbite is generally a complete non-issue, so the blessing really isn't great. But this dragon typically drops some pretty high level gear, so I am interested in that. Yeah, so what? I'm only level 9? Who cares? All dragon fights in Elden Ring are the exact same, and this one is no exception. Ooh! Ooh! I killed Morgut. I promise. For some strange reason, I had this idea that this blue Holy Great Axe I had would deal more damage than the Axe of Godric. Spoiler alert, I'm incredibly wrong. I thought this was good damage. I thought I was doing pretty alright. But the second I pull out Rick's axe, I can see that 479 damage is a lot bigger than 274. This is absolutely a great axe. Not to mention the fact that there is 3 of them, and the weapon art on this is an AoE shockwave that gets ridiculously big. I get the gnarliest punch of my fucking life off on the air molecules in front of me. Why did he walk away the second I began to charge my ability? Does he hate me? Is he just a retard? Or perhaps he actually has more than one brain cell jingling around in those 3 heads of his? Okay, hold on. Because of Funny Raider, I have to do it. I gotta do it to him. Wait a minute. But I gotta beat him to death. No, I wanna hit him with my hands. I have one more Winding Grace, so technically this isn't as bad as it should be. I'm probably not gonna die. Probably. Okay, I was wrong. I died. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I got a better idea. Raider Wan Kenobi moment. Oh, wait. I forgot. It's June. They-dees and gentle-thems. Happy Pride Month. Yeah. Woo. The Raider fully supports Pride Month. And we move from the incredibly tolerant Raider to the known clans member, Revenant. I don't have high hopes for Revenant. She has an incredibly neat gimmick. Any enemy she kills gets revived as a little spirit summon. Follows you around for a bit, attacks enemies, it's pretty neat. But her main activated ability summons one of 3 spirits. Here, you can see my goat Frederick really putting in the work. This guy's main purpose is dealing a whole lot of damage very quickly. She has other family members she can summon in battle, but they'll become a little bit more relevant later. Frederick is pretty consistently the best option to pull out. Sebastian is a big tanky skeleton, but he doesn't move at all. So if the boss has any kind of movement at all, it's not a great idea. Oh, go fuck yourself. As you can see, Revenant also has 0 fucking health, which means you've always gotta have a summon out. It's incredibly hard to withstand the pressure some of these bosses can put on you without someone else drawing aggro. Though this is only effective some of the time, given the fact that this game was made with the fact that you'd have 3 people on your team in mind. Another neat tidbit about the Revenant, as we're getting our ass kicked, is her ultimate is incredibly funny and cool. As you can see, I'm at 1 health. This isn't because I'm good at this video game, as you can fucking see! No. Revenant's ultimate ability actually just makes your entire team unable to be killed. You are immortal for the duration of that little white circle on your chest, and all 3 of your special summons have a special ability that they can use during the move. You saw Sebastian's eye beam there a few seconds ago as it completely missed the entire boss. Gotta pour one out for the flame chariots. If you didn't know, since Elden Ring, these guys have had a critical hit spot on their head. This was revealed in one of those notes no one bought from the merchants, and it completely instantly killed the enemy. The only issue was you really weren't incentivized to kill flame chariots in regular Elden Ring, and you weren't able to jump on their fucking face and just hit the crit spot instantly. Sometimes you're not able to do it at all, I guess. What the fuck? It can be finicky, but Super Sprint can also allow you to completely clear these camps in seconds. Forget the Everjail meta, we run in with the Flame Chariot meta. Real talk though, who up flamin' they chariot? And despite my best attempts to keep these videos more concise, this is gonna be over an hour long. Woohoo! I've probably uploaded 2 years worth of content today. Revenant she's fine. Her faith scaling is an S, and her intelligence scaling isn't too bad either, which makes her a really great spellcaster. But she doesn't have any natural way to restore FP, so you're kind of running around with 8 stacks of Starlight Shards in your pocket. For other weapons, she kind of sits in a weird spot. The weapon she starts with, these claws, are really cool. I really like the idea of the weapon. And while she absolutely is good with other fist weapons, it feels like her claws are the only weapon in the game like this. So you're incentivized to just stick with your starting weapon. And even if it's a good weapon, I don't think that's very cool. I want some variety sometimes. Simply the fact that you're locked onto magic damage instead of any other damage type, it's kind of fucked up. But it is kind of counteracted by the fact that she's a wicked spellcaster. As you can see, I decimated this entire boss. I mean, there's not really anything to commentate over, it's just kind of an ass beating. But again, it's kind of hard to balance out the fact that you can do some wicked damage in this game, which is kind of hard to do, but you also have to be able to withstand the fact that you can be knocked over by a light breeze. The line between you living and you dying is about as stable as the economy of Rhodesia. Revenant definitely feels like one of those characters that you can play solo, but it's much easier to play on a team. During a lot of bosses, I feel like I have to use Sebastian sometimes just so there is a big tank that can take aggro sometimes. You have a lot more variety and choice in the summons that you're using, because after all, you're not the sole focus of the boss's attention, and you're not getting hit with 87 chain attack combos every 3 seconds. Also, as you can see, different shifting earth this run. This is Nocastella it's Nocastella from the first game. Some people think it's decently difficult. I think Estelle's hard, but the rest of the area is kind of just free field bosses and a couple really cool places you can go to. One of the really big issues I see people having is just when Estelle pops down, people just be getting hit because they don't know where to go. You just follow this tube into the sewer and it's pretty much a straight line to where you need to be. The only enemies found down here are like little weird ghost dudes and frogs who have been turned gay because of the chemicals they keep putting in the water. Estelle will poke his head down like the doofus he is and shoot rocks straight at your fucking forehead, so please stay away from the open gaping hole. Aside from like maybe a Deathblight ruin or the Wormface boss, there is probably the most Deathblight in the game over here. So if you want to keep some boluses on you, that might be a good idea. But so long as you avoid the socialist radical Islam chemtrails that the frogs are spewing at you, you should be completely fine. Something really cool you can find in this area, just take a left at this grace. First, there's a ghost we need to kill, which vaguely makes no sense. And then, because I'm Revenant, I turn him into a ghost. Enjoy that! A little bit further down is this coffin. They also show up in the walking mausoleums, but you can use them to duplicate any weapon you have. I want to power stance my twin blades because I think that's badass. The storm is coming right as we got to Adele, that's great, so we've got to get the fuck out of here now. Yes, I 100% meant to fall down here right next to this guy and wake him up. This was all a part of the plan. I am totally not shitting my pants right now. Somehow we actually got through the city with our spines still intact. Now all we really have to do is just jump over the ledge to the main area and we should be good to go. I mean, I fucking got him back, but what the fuck? What happened? How did that even... I'm so confused. I'm really angry. And once again, I didn't account for the fact that the final boss is really resistant to holy. Not final boss. Most of the night bosses are really resistant to holy damage, so... these blades are gonna suck. Against the omens, they're quite decent, actually. I really like them. But against Morgott, the only thing they're really gonna have going is the poise damage. And then the worm in my brain that makes me funny suddenly came back to life. It whispered to me, "Hey dipshit, remember how you're a spellcaster? I haven't cast a spell in far too long. I honestly forgot I could." With Morgott distracted by Sebastian, I decide to upcast Scorching Ray and throw it all onto Morgott. It's actually going quite well until he finally kills Sebastian and decides to put me into $50,000 worth of medical debt. I wouldn't say we're losing. I am out of FP. I do have one flask, and he still has like a fifth of his health, but we're not losing. I just gotta ask, there's no Erdtree in this game. On the behalf of who is Morgott running my fade? He is not doing this on his own accord. He is fighting for something. I'm super close. I'm right there. And then the worm that makes me funny died again for some reason, and I just stand there and watch as Morgott runs his spear right through my throat. Don't clip that. The video or the audio. Alright, honestly, I think this is gonna be another first try. Revenant's a good character, even if she's not at her full strength in solo. Anyways, they say I'm like Sundowner and Adam Eve, because I'm fucking invincible. Hey, also, if you've made it this far and you aren't subscribed, please do that right now. What are you doing? Thank you, I am your feudal lord and that is my tithe. It's kind of hard to hit him with anything because he moves faster than a white family when the Johnsons move in next door. I'm pretty sure Helen Keller could play the fucking game better than I am right now. She could feel out his movements just based on rumble alone. Was that in poor taste? Is that in poor taste? Also, for the first time in this fight, I decided to cast a spell. I want to do Bestial Sling, or whatever it's called, Garank's Claw, because it deals completely physical damage. Oh. I enjoy that, actually. God damn it! If you couldn't tell, I've already used my Night 1 Revive, and I only have one Wind and Grace on me. These 2 flasks need to last me for the rest of the win. And I don't think they're fucking going to. If I keep playing like I'm 3 years old and have no fingers. It actually works out really well. We get him to half health and we still have 2 flasks left. All we have to do is hit a few more claws on all 3 of them and that's a win. Or we could just fucking die right there. Yeah, that works too, I guess. I want to have a fucking word with the stupid motherfuckers who designed this boss. I hate Miranda Flowers. They suck dick. Got Elemer first night, but I cheesed him out the same way people did Prime Consort. Man, you know, it feels like there was no nerf when you're not fighting, you know, God. Anyways, me and the crew fuck up the bell-bearing hunter beyond belief, but not before he absolutely slaughters my boy. Pour one out for Frederick. Wait, how did Elmer even die? Did he get hit by something? Did he just fucking keel over of like a collapsed lung? Dude, I love having 12 health. I really, really do. I love it so fucking much. I never want more than 12 health. Please, please. In fact, I want 11! Yeah, that is 2 deaths to an Elden Ring cave boss. Yeah. Yep. I'm not proud of it either. I hate that I feel like I have to show you guys the footage of me killing this guy. Just to prove that I didn't just run away out of sheer anger. I didn't even get anything out of this! I mean, there's stabs in there. I don't want stabs. I literally just died 3 times. What the fuck? Oh yeah, there'd be a village here. I like it. Villages are so cool, man. They constantly have really good talismans. Erdtree's favor, the ritual sword talisman, and the other one's escaping me right now. Anyways, they've also got really cool weapons, and in solo, you can get a Winding Grace from them. And lo and behold, I can buy not just a claw mark seal, but I can actually buy a smithing stone to upgrade it. This is good news. Alrighty, just gonna open this Everjail. This will be a quick 20. Okay, quick 20k my left nut. I actually started using Grank's Beast Claw, you know, like a spell, an incantation that this character is built to use, and it really started working. I can't fathom why. Dude, am I just bad at Dark Souls? This game really makes me wonder sometimes. Am I just really bad at these games? I'm in the storm. I'm dying. It's fine, though, because he's dead. My pride has been healed. And we didn't get shit. Okay, you know what? I'm not even mad. Morgott would not be a bad boss to face. I saw that earlier. I just need to actually fucking think for once. It's working. It's definitely working. Morgott is weak to damage. Most bosses are weak to damage, in fact. And Grank's Beastclaw has finally started to feel like an actual spell, and it's neat. Despite somehow not having enough brain power to understand how to dodge that, but realistically, based off health, I should be completely fine. Unless he hits me with a goddamn semi-truck of a hammer, he then decides to fucking Yoda flip at me and rips my soul out of my body. This is completely fine. In fact, it healed me. And also because there's another Winding Grace at the merchant in front of the, the Night Lord, I can have 3 Winding Graces. I think we're gonna win this one, actually. Well, pride doth go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. But I feel like I'm not out of line to say we probably have this fight. We should have won last time. I'm still pissed off. It's like that time a ray of the sun affected a Mario 64 speedrun. That was the chances of that shit happening. Millions to 1! Yeah, Jesus Christ. It does so much damage. It does so much damage. And we actually got to level this one up, so it does more damage than it was doing previously. Which is cool. Though I didn't really think about it. I have 1 slot of Starlight Shards, and then I have 3 slots of Winding Graces. If I run out of FP twice, I'm completely out of spells. Should probably be less worried about my spells, more about my health. It's fine. We're fine. And when we can actually get it off to hit all 3 of them, it is a massive chunk of damage. I am a big fan of that one. The problem is, I'm a fucking retard. It's the worm in my brain that makes me funny once more. While sometimes it gives me a good strategic mind, other times it just tells me to attack while the boss is mid-fucking swing. Oh yes, he's in the middle of his most telegraphed nuke attack. I should charge a heavy right here. Okay, so I I could have been more efficient with that, but I am completely out of FP now. What I have in the tank is what I have for the rest of I was about to say the game, but it's the boss fight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I can't dodge the fireballs. I can't do it. I'm just stupid, I guess. I'm not stupid. If you look at the footage, if you were playing the game, you'd be able to realize this. It's because I keep attacking when he's mid-attack at him. Stop doing this! I'm yelling at a recording of me to tell myself to stop doing something. This game has made me insane. Anyways, we smoke it on that Gladius pack yet again. I can't wait to gamble away all the merc I've collected for relics I will never use. Recluse is the 7th of 8 available in the game, and she's pretty weak. She's got an S in Faith and Intelligence, and has a way to regain FP built right into her kit. These elemental residues can be used to do all sorts of things, from domain expansion to what looks like nothing. The elements you have at your disposal are really the limit. I'm doing some classic Albinaric slaughtering, when I kinda noticed that, even with sorceries, she's not that great. Her health seems slightly higher than Revenant's, but only slightly, and her dodge genuinely feels worse. Rolled up on a bug, and within his pile of shit, I found a great talisman. There seem to be a lot of talismans that are related to incantations and other forms of magic that I always get when I'm not playing a magic character. But finally, RNGesus has smiled down upon me, blessing me with milk and cookies, and a talisman with the heads of the damned. I went into the poison ruins for some quick souls and quickly realized that I had the wrong colors on. Everyone knows that magic bullets are better than real ones. This is, of course, for the not so well known second line of the Second Amendment. The right to bear arms, unless they are those of the arcane variety. Okay, if you still aren't comprehending how this character might just be the worst in the video game, let me explain in a more informative manner. Alright, so what is the most important feature of Recluse? Her boobs, obviously. And we don't like boobs. Boobs are gross. Let's get that out of here. What else about Recluse is good? Well, she's not good. Her skill is trash. Collecting the elemental affinities, you have to remember, it's trash. Her ult, trash. Her entire kit, trash. It can lick my entire asshole. What is that, chat? How do I know? Really? I worked at Blizzard for 4 years. For 4 years. Yes, my game is coming out. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you want me to do. I have no FP. Look at my FP bar. Look at my FP bar, bro. I have no FP. Wee woo, politics alert. To all of my 7 viewers who aren't American. We're going through a pretty pressing time right now. There is a bill that could realistically be entitled the We Hate Everybody bill that just got fast-tracked through the Senate, and I'm sure it's going to make it through the House. I heard that Ma'am Danny guy, I heard he was a demi-human. And he's here illegally. We don't like demi-humans in Landale, people. We don't like him. It's hard to say. It's a tough thing to say, but someone has to say it. We don't like him. Healthy young child goes to the doctor, gets pumped with massive shot of many sorceries, does not feel good, and changes. He changes, people. Demi-human. Many such cases. We win pretty big league against the... There's no way. He does not say big league. He said big league. He's a fucking toddler, dude. Bring me the poison! His basket of Starburst, Tootsie Rolls, Laffy Taffy, and Hershey miniatures instantly appears. Okay, now get the poison out of here, he says, taking 2 handfuls. I mean, aside from doing things like championing real progressive candidates who have a chance, like Zoran Mamdani, that guy's pretty cool, that guy's pretty big league. Check out Progressive Victory, go there and look at the website, look at all you can do. It seems like a time where a lot of people are powerless, and I'm not gonna overstate the amount of control you have over these large things. But that's not to say there is nothing you can do. I know it might be hard to work things into your schedule. I know it might be hard to give a little money in donations. But it is possible to do it at least once. You'll feel better. If you have anxiety about the way the world is going right now, making a meaningful difference will make you feel better. So go check that out and champion for real change. And if you're depressed about the state of the world, never play Recluse in Nightreign. Please. I fucking hate this character, dude.
Can't I just have a good time for once in my life?
Okay, so right now I'm doing some pretty piss poor damage, but I think that there's a way that we can... Never fucking mind then. Alright, I've got a stone sword key, starting off the run pretty good. I think I could take most things. Maybe not like 3 Banished Knights, but I could take... I found the entirety of DashCon 2016 hidden within an Everjail. Holy shit, this character is so bad. I have half a mind to just stop this video right here, right now. This is no longer can you beat Nightreign solo. This is why is Recluse the worst character in the fucking game. No, I wasn't able to kill a single thing there. How could you tell? But the boss fight actually goes great. I lost all my flasks to the Sword Master, but even on this low of HP, I'm doing great against the Queen. My only issue is I am playing on essentially 1 HP. Pretty much any hit will kill me. I need to be super careful with my positioning. I'm too close to these enemies. Did I just dodge into the storm? Did I? Well, looks like this run's dead. Let's see. Yep, we're not going to be able to frostbite him. There's really no chance. Let's see what's going on with the lightning. Oh my god. Holy shit. He takes damage. He's weak to damage. You are invincible on Wake Up. That's good to know. Alright, now that I know that Lightning Bolt is going to be the greatest attack of the... Alright, I shouldn't be going for a Duelist Moonblade. That's just not going to... I'm going to freak the fuck out. What? Oh, huh? No magic user would ever face the Bell-Bearing Hunter alone. Except for Recluse, of course. Dog, can you let me clip farm in peace? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so when I said her skill's kind of dog shit, it's because I'm bad at this video game. As much as I think this character is a pain to fucking use, I have to admit some of these spells are kind of nuts. But then again, this character is a fucking pain to use. I just want to play Raider and punch the shit out of people. The Bell-Bearing Hunter looked into the abyss. And the abyss said... Needless to say, he got absolutely fucking styled on. Truth be told, I forgot where I died last run. Probably to Morgott. I'll tell you where I died in this run. Right fucking here. Because I touched the storm, I think. Okay, this time I'm leaning back into the more mixed caster. I just want to have a melee weapon just in case. You know, like I poise break, something happens. Lightning works really well against the Bell-Bearing Hunter. This is incredible. I want a melee weapon to have it. Just in case. Okay, it is not Morgott for fucking once. I have a slight feeling that this could possibly be the run. Though the first real enemy I ever fought in this game, by the way, is giving me a really, really, really hard time. He's weak to lightning, so that chunks him the other guys. But he can just breathe, and half of my health is fucking gone. Eventually, I have a new strategy, which relies on actually using Recluse. With 1 fire and 2 lightning, you can turn yourself into a fucking torpedo who casts a giant lightning spell upon yourself. It's super fucking weird, but it does so much damage. Plus, it leaves the target with a lightning effect, so you can repeat this process as much as you want so long as you have a fire weapon. Listen, I don't know necessarily how it works. It's a trick I picked up from some Tibetan monks. Okay, so, question. What killed this horse? I definitely wasn't walking towards it ominously because I wanted to kill it, but what killed it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, buckle in, because this is gonna be the motherfucking run. Oh, look at that dodge! Fuck yes! After Revenant is the 7th and final Nightfarer, Sekiro Man, Mr. Executor himself. What is he executing? Did somebody die? Am I getting any money? These are sadly questions that will go unanswered for the time being, as I need to explain the kooky shit I'm doing. If you want to have an insane Executor build without even really trying, you just need to beat 2 Night Lords, and one of them is the easiest Night Lord in the entire game. You just have to beat Caligo, the big giant ice dragon, to get Knight of the Miasma, and that son of a bitch Moth Gnoster, who owes me $23. That loathsome cretin actually gives you a really good relic. It's called the Knight of the Wise, and it makes your starting armament deal poison. Alongside the immediate poison buff, it also gives you the Kindred of Rot exaltation effect, bringing up your damage when there's poison in the vicinity. Combined with the fact that Executor's Blade already does bleed, this gives you 3 status effects when you're using the Ash of War that Caligo's Knight gives you. And aside from the Sekiro parry mechanic, which is probably the main draw of this character, you can also become pyrocynical. As you can see, the triple status is really effective. I mean, what are you gonna do when the snot in your nose freezes, you contract Ebola, and then you start bleeding profusely from every orifice? There's not much you can do, just like there's not much I can do when this Beastman starts slamming his cleaver right into my face. Because he can block every single attack in the game, the Executor doesn't have great health, so that might happen a couple times. The kind of sad part is, while I have my cursed parry blade out, I really can't do any of those cool effects. But it still does a decent amount of damage. It feels like they buffed the amount of damage it did. It kind of felt like hitting enemies with like a plastic tube. But currently the damage feels really, really decent. Calmly looting this rise when a terrifying omen appears. This is like when you're playing Spelunky and you're taking too long in a level and a terrifying presence fills the air. He's not even out in the lake. Where is he? He went into the rise! Oh my god! You do damage when... I swear to god, I am an adult human being and I just had to take a break to get all the giggles out of my system after saying doo-doo. Anyways, you do damage when you transform, so it's always good to transform right on top of bosses because you can get a really big damage boost out of it. This is an incredibly damaging ultimate. It might even be better than Wylder's if you know how to use it. Also, the parry timings in this game are even better... I was about to say even better than Sekiro. They're a lot bigger, but you know. Hey, sometimes I just can't do shit. I do die once, but with the frostbite effect making me invisible, it's really not too hard to actually use my real weapon and poison her and bleed her, because triple status effect is so cool. Look at all those fucking boxes on the screen. Woo! I'm a simple man. Give me big numbers and status effects proccing at the same time and you can do whatever you want to me. Just realized that sounded sexual. I meant in like a political corruption sort of way. Do you think one day there'll be enough young people in elected office that like Balatro could lobby the Senate? You know, just fucking local funk just being like, yeah, so I'm gonna shut down Balatro if you guys don't vote for this infrastructure bill I like. Is this an idea? Is this real? Could this possibly... Is this real? It's not happening. It's hypothetical you just made up. Dude, I'm losing it, man. I do in fact manage to beat the Scion without saying any more stupid shit. Does anybody understand my point? Do you get what I'm saying, or do I just sound insane? So whenever I get an email about this game, I assume it's a patch notes thing. So, like a few days after this game came out, I got an email. An official trailer that uses fucking Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. It's an AMV, that's all it is. It's insane. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen, actually. I am not quite sure what they were thinking, but I like it. It takes a few minutes of parrying, but I've done enough damage now to actually use my ultimate again. Wahoo! Yippee! Maybe even a... The Tree Sentinel says he's a Sigma male, but even Sigma males have to bow down to the true alpha. I spent precious minutes of my life re-recording that line to make it sound correct. That was the best take I got. I spent time that I could have spent with my family, with my friends, playing more Elden Ring Nightreign. But no, instead I decided to say that. Great, I love the trajectory of my life. Now, it may seem like he has a lot of health, but thankfully, horses are weak to being smited by God, so I can kind of one-hit kill him. That's pretty epic. Alright, here it is. Standing here in my Kirk armor, which makes me look really cool, and also gives me a strong desire to give fellatio to bugs. Weapon buffs like this, and I think body buffs, actually go through the door with you. So even if the buff only lasts for about a minute or so, it's kind of worth it because you can immediately get the FP back from the Grace. Alright, for the 7th and final time, we are here to kill Gladius. And let me just say, you can parry this brother. I just don't. I really wanted to see my status effects proc. I didn't really see that. He can take all of these status effects, but it just takes so long to build him up as one guy. And I think that's one of the main things I've seen. Despite the fact that the game is heavily scaled down, the bosses have more health and deal more damage when there's more than one person, you can tell. But I don't know if they're scaled down enough. They're hard, and trust me, I'm into hard. But also, I know there are a lot of people who started with Elden Ring, and then immediately will go to this game instead of some of the other ones, when some of the other ones might be more their speed, because this shit's kind of ridiculous. Though it's really hard to make a comparison like that when it's almost two completely different games. I don't know why I keep attacking when he does that! Alright, anyways, I have a plan for this. I'm just gonna parry literally all of his attacks. What's gonna be the issue here? I can just... Okay, God, I feel like I'm getting flashbacks from my childhood. I'm able to get some good damage off him before he splits again. I approached the Archdeacon with this mindset one time and it won me the fight. If you can't beat the frat bro, join them. I've been building up my Ethereum wallet just for this day, and I've learned how to drink 2 Borgs in one night without actually dying. They seem threatened that I can usurp their position. This is good. I want them in a state of confusion for when I inevitably run away again. And also, I guess doing damage with that hook move readies your cool sword slash? I never knew that. That's pretty cool. And now, holy fucking shit. Now you know that too. Okay, he's like a hit away from death. This is absolutely 1,000,000% more than possible. I had a lot of fun with this. Can I just kill him with falling stars? Can I do that? That was funny. There you go. You can beat Nightreign with all 7 Nightfarers solo, without friends! Woohoo! The month-old question has finally been answered. This was a great time, a fun time even, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one, which will actually be sooner than a year, I pinky McPromise.